My name's Frankie Stocks. I'm a reporter with the Stu Peters Network. I would just love to ask you a quick question. I'm trying to ask every representative I can.
Go for it, Frankie.
That is, do you care more about the American people or Israel as a member of Congress?
I don't think they're mutually exclusive, Frankie.
Can you elaborate?
They're our best ally.
Are they? Who do you care about more, the United States or Israel? United States or Israel, sir? No answer? Should we put you down for Israel? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? It's an easy one. American people or Israel? You don't got to fake a phone call. American people or Israel? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? The American people or Israel, sir? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? No answer?
I think that Israel is one of our strongest allies in a part of the world where people are trying to harm us, and I think they need our support.
So should the U.S. continue funding Israel? Despite their links to 9/11 or their attack on the USS Liberty? I mean, we have American citizens who are about to freeze to death in western North Carolina, and we're sending millions to Israel. So, that's not a comparison. Well, it is a comparison because the money's going out. It's all coming from the same people. It's coming from the taxpayers, sir. Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? American people or Israel, sir? Sir, they're equal. Are you serving Israel or are you serving America?
I stand with Israel.
Okay, so can you answer the original question? Who do you care about more, U.S. or Israel?
There's no variance. It's like you asking, do you love your wife more than your daughter?
Well,
and you said it's a simple question.
It is.
Do you love your wife more than your daughter?
I love the United States more than I love Israel. Who's the priority when you're casting a vote in Congress, America or Israel? Well, it's a very simple question. You're not answering it, Representative. Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? American people or Israel, sir? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? No answer? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? American people or Israel, sir? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? No answer?
All right, welcome back to the podcast, Straight from the Hip, episode 5. They're trying to cancel Tucker Carlson? Come on, man. We're going to dive into that, but I wanted to play that video first. I felt this video was like super eerie, very concerning. I think every politician's first priority in Congress, in Senate, anybody that's holding a political office should be America first, okay? And it's not. You know it, I know it. Usually we fall to the wayside. The American citizens fall to the wayside, and it's more like America last. So that video really didn't have much to do with what I'm going to talk about tonight, but I thought it was very weird. None of them could just come out and say, yeah, we love the American people and this country more than Israel. Like, we should be able to easily say that, right? I mean, it's still socially acceptable, right? It should be. And, it's weird. It's weird. All right. It's a simple question. Frank says it's a simple question for me. And then you got Jeff in the chat. What's going on? Just had to chase away a Black Panther. Okay. Be safe out there, Jeff. What up, Alex? Alex in the chat. We got Chatter Zone in the chat. We got Great White Wolf. We also got Kicks by Famous in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. We even had Bronson jumping in for a little while. What up, Bronson? And then also we got Nightworks all the way live from Australia. Let's fucking go. So I do have a series of clips to watch today. So as everybody knows, well, everybody should know that Tucker Carlson interviewed Nick Fuentes last week. Okay, the interview was pretty, in my opinion, I watched the whole interview. I didn't hear anything that was too crazy. Yeah, he said he admired Stalin. Okay, I think what Nick, when he says stuff like that, is he admires powerful, strong leaders, and that's what he meant by that. It wasn't necessarily that he meant he wanted to follow in Stalin's footsteps or something. Like, I don't know. I think sometimes I take his words completely out of context. It is what it is. Oh, let's answer this question before I get started. Why did you dodge talking to Nelson's friend? Well, if you go back and you watch my podcast, there's no more debating with liberals, okay? I have no desire to debate or talk or try to find some kind of middle ground. What's the fucking point? There is no point. He feels like he feels, I feel like I feel. I ain't budging, he ain't budging. There really ain't no point, bro. Okay? And, right before I jumped on here, Nelson reached out to me, sent me a message in my chat. I have not responded yet. Okay? It's nothing personal against Nelson or his little friend, even though I guarantee you his friend wouldn't say half that shit he said on the live stream last week about me if he seen me in person. I'd be shaking in his little liberal fucking boots. Or his flip-flops or whatever the fuck he wears. But anyway, I have no desire. Okay, so if you're a liberal and you jump in here and you go, I think I should debate this guy, you're going to be talking to yourself. Because I'm going to let you know up close and personal right now. Alright? If you are a liberal and you want to debate me, go fuck yourself. Okay? I have nothing else to say to you. Oh, good shit. Anyway, coming back. All right, but we're gonna go through some of these videos. So, I felt like the interview itself with Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson, I didn't really think there was a whole lot to it. Okay, I thought it was pretty straightforward. Nick talked about how he felt, what he felt like the Republican Party did to him when he was younger and in college, and what Ben Shapiro did to him. And I think it was a good interview. I don't think Tucker agreed with Nick on everything. I think he pushed back in certain areas. I felt like it was a kind of give or take interview. And I felt like Tucker came out of it with a better understanding of Nick. Okay? Are they going to be best buddies and hold hands and go on all kinds of shows together? Probably not, dude. But it was progress, They sat down and talked to each other. Now, even though I don't want to talk to liberals, I think we should all be able to sit down and talk on the right wing and try to get our fucking problems fixed. But I have a feeling that's not going to happen anytime soon. Okay? After last week, after the whole Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson interview, it was just a fucking shit show. It was calm for about 3 days. And then the Heritage Foundation, okay, which is a huge conservative think tank, okay? They're a huge conservative organization. They have huge influence, bunch of donors, okay? They're supposed to be a Christian conservative organization. I can't remember the dude's name. We're getting ready to watch it. But let me see what his name is. Okay, so what is his name? Kevin Roberts. Okay, so Kevin Roberts came out and he released a statement, okay? After this statement, all hell broke loose. And we're going to watch that statement right now, and then we're going to go through some of the responses. It's not good. It's not good, okay? Some of the shit that was just wild. Yeah. Nick wants a union. He wants a right-wing Hancho, I don't agree with you. Nick wants, I think Nick wants all the Jewish influence out of our politics. And I don't know. That's how I feel. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go on their show, that's cool too, man. I mean, all power to you. I just have no desire to do it. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to jump into this. I'm not going to read the chats for a little while just to let you know. So if you drop something in there, I probably won't read it. I'm just gonna keep going. I'll read some chats at the end though, just to give you a heads up. All right, so let's jump into Kevin Roberts' video. All right. This is what set the fucking shitstorm afire, boys. This is what got everybody on edge and attacking and trying to cancel Tucker Carlson. So let's go.
I'll have more to say on this in the coming days, but today I want to be clear about one thing. Christians can critique the state of Israel without being anti-Semitic. And of course, anti-Semitism should be condemned. My loyalty as a Christian and as an American is to Christ first and to America always. When it serves the interests of the United States to cooperate with Israel and other allies, we should do so, with partnerships on security, intelligence, and technology. But when it doesn't, conservatives should feel no obligation to reflexively support any foreign government, no matter how loud the pressure becomes from the globalist class or from their mouthpieces in Washington. The Heritage Foundation didn't become the intellectual backbone of the conservative movement.
Yeah, that all sounds good. Everybody's like, yeah, dude, finally somebody comes out and sticks up for Christians and Catholics and conservative Americans, white Americans. Like, we don't have to bow down and tuck our tails with the fucking Jewish people, bro. We don't have to do it. All right, and this dude's saying, like, I got your fucking back, boys. I got your old back. Gonna go through the fire with you. Yeah.
The Heritage Foundation didn't become the intellectual backbone of the conservative movement by canceling our own people or policing the consciences of Christians. And we won't start doing that now. We don't take direction from comments on X, though we are grateful for the robust free speech debate. We also don't take direction from members or donors, though we are inherently grateful for their support. And we're adding more every day. This is the robust debate we invite with our colleagues, our movement friends, our members, and the American public. We will always defend truth. We will always defend America, and we will always defend our friends against the slander of bad actors who serve someone else's agenda. That includes Tucker Carlson, who remains, and as I have said before, always will be a close friend of the Heritage Foundation. The venom is...
There we go. All right. Somebody backing them. Let's go. All right.
the Heritage Foundation. The venomous coalition attacking him are sowing division.
Venomous coalition.
Their attempt
Remember
to
that.
cancel him will fail. Most importantly, the American people expect us to be focusing on our political adversaries on the left, not attacking our friends on the right. I disagree with, and even abhor, things that Nick Fuentes says. But canceling him is not the answer either. When we disagree with a person's thoughts and opinions, we challenge those ideas in debate. And we have seen success in this approach as we continue to dismantle the vile ideas of the left. As my friend Vice President Vance said last night, what I am not okay with is any country coming before the interest of American citizens, and it is important for all of us, assuming we are American citizens, to put the interest of our own country first. That's where our allegiance
America
is,
first.
and that's where it will stay.
America first makes perfect sense to me, bro. I mean, seems pretty sensible to me, you know? We should put America first. We should put America's interests first. We should focus on its people, you know, improving the economy, shutting the border down, getting people back to work, getting people off of EBT and SNAP. All right, government assistance, improve our overall well-being, our overall health. Okay, that's what we should be focused on. America first. We should stop putting interest of other countries before ours. All right? Apparently, the Jews didn't like that. And all the little right-wing Jew lovers didn't love it either. Because it got a little ugly. All right, so hold on. Let me start with so over the weekend there was a Republican Jewish coalition, okay? And one of the first ones I saw over the weekend was Mark Levin. If you don't know who Mark Levin is, he's a commentator on Fox News. He's constantly scolding white people or just people in general about being anti-Semitic, okay? He's constantly beating people over the head with this. We must support Israel. We must send our women and children over to the Middle East to fucking have them slaughtered. We need to wipe Gaza off the map. Like, it's just one thing after another. This dude's a fucking, in my opinion, a fucking idiot. All right. So here we go. We're gonna listen to Mark Levin. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much speaks for itself. I mean, this is crazy. I'll say this. I'll add a little pretext to it. He literally calls for war against everybody who doesn't want Jewish influence in our politics. Like anybody that doesn't want to put Israel first. Okay, and he's basically saying that he wants a war with these people. It's crazy. Crazy work.
These bastards, whether it's Tucker Carlson or whether it's Nick Fuentes, and I've been looking over my shoulder looking for help. And you know what I found? Nothing. Nothing. We're here today to do something about this. What do you mean we don't cancel people? We canceled David Duke. Donald Trump canceled David Duke. We canceled Pat Buchanan. We canceled the John Birch Society. We canceled Joseph Sobran. We canceled pornography on TV. We cancel stuff all the damn time. Hitler admirers, Stalin admirers, Jew haters, American haters, Churchill haters. You're damn right we're going to cancel them and deplatform them. It's called the market system. They don't have a lifetime job like a bureaucrat who we're going to protect. And if they're your friend, there's something wrong with you. No Hitler admirer, Holocaust denier, platformer should be anybody's friend, as a matter of fact. You don't get to wrap your psychotic, mental, unhinged, Nazi, Klan, jihadist bullshit around American patriotism.
All right, do you want to add any other buzzwords? I mean, add a few more, bud. All right. They're trying to make Fuentes out to be the worst person ever, okay? And really, it's not like he reached out to Tucker Carlson and said, begging him to be on his show. Tucker Carlson wanted him on the show. He came in there. I thought it was a good interview. It was solid. But now they're treating Nick Fuentes like a full-blown fucking Nazi, and they're treating Tucker Carlson the same way. And it's I'm sorry, we just don't want so much Jewish influence in our American politics, okay? If you want to put Israel first, if you want to put Israel's interests first, if you want to fight wars in the Middle East, then go fucking live in the Middle East, okay? Because I'm telling you, this younger generation in particular, the ones that are anywhere from 15 to 25, they're getting fucking tired of it, okay? They're starting to wake up. They're starting to realize how much Jewish influence is in our politics, and they're starting to be like, fuck that, okay? And those are the people that should be the most worried about it. Because if we go over and pick a war, continuously pick a war with Iran, continuously pick a war with Syria, if we pick a war with some of these other countries in the Middle East, they're the ones that are going to have to go over and fight for it. Not Mark Levin's fat ass. Okay, Mark Levin's fat ass would be able to sit behind a desk and tell you how righteous it is that we're sending our sons and daughters over to the Middle East to fucking die. I'll pass, okay? I will pass. As a father of 2 young boys, I don't want my kids anywhere near the fucking Middle East. I watched how it fucked my brother's life up. Mentally, physically, okay? 40 years old, he had to get both his hips replaced. Okay? He has COPD. So, and that's from being over there in the Middle East. I think he might have been one of the ones that suffered from like burn pits. So, I don't know. I don't want to be over in the Middle East. I don't want anything to do with those people. I don't want anything to do with those foreign fucking wars. Let Israel fight their own fucking wars. Okay, let them fight their own wars. I don't want no part of it. We're supposed to be doing something. All right, we're supposed to not be starting any new wars. What did Trump do? He went over and bombed Iran. He was just getting the nuclear site bunkers, and it's like I don't know, man. It's died down for now, but what's going to happen? What's going to happen here soon? I think it could potentially still be a conflict. It's something we have to look after, or we have to pay attention to.
You don't get to claim you're MAGA and America first when you're lining up with the Marxists and the Islamists and Hamas and the terrorists. The cowards.
Look, I've always said, and 99.9% of all right-wing commentators, okay, the ones that are they're labeling them Jew haters or anti-Semitic, the majority of them will say, fuck Islam too, okay? Fuck Muslims, all right? They're on the same page. Like, why do we have to choose between one or the other? Why can't we just say fuck both countries? Okay, how much is Israel actually doing for this country? How many billions of dollars are we giving Israel every year? I mean, it's crazy, dude, the amount of fucking money we give them. Billions of dollars every year.
We're surrounded by cowards who have microphones, who have TV cameras, who have websites, who have columns. Cowards. It's spelled C-A-R-L-S-O-N. It's spelled F-U-E-N-T-E-S. It's spelled O-W-E-N-S. It's spelled B-A-N-N-O-N. It's spelled
What the fuck is this, a spelling competition? Sit your old ass down, bro. Ain't nobody want to hear that shit. You have lined your fucking pockets for years sitting behind a fucking Fox News desk, okay? And now you're so pro-Israel that you'll justify wiping Gaza off the fucking map. Most of these guys that you're going to hear right now celebrated the fucking leveling of Gaza, okay? And I understand it's a fucking war, okay? But I don't think we should be involved in any kind of, whether you want to call it a genocide or a partial genocide, okay? I don't want this country involved in anything like that. Honcho, Mark Levin is on Fox News right now. I see what you're saying, Honcho. If you're gonna support this guy, you gotta really fucking start paying attention. This dude's a fucking douchebag. But I don't know. You probably think the same thing about Nick.
Marjorie Trader Green. You can figure that out yourself. And they're not alone. How are we going to attack the Mondamis and the Talibs and the Omars and the Sanders and the rest of them when in our own house this poison is spreading? We've got to take care of business. We can fight the enemy on the other side. But the problem is, the more daunting problem, the more complicated problem is when they're in our house.
I think we do have some traitors within our country. I think we do. But it's not the people you're talking about. I think the traitors are the people sitting in Congress, sitting in the Senate, running our fucking country, in my opinion. I think they're in the back pockets or Jews have them in their back pocket or whatever. I don't know. I think they've been bought and paid for by not just AIPAC, but other handlers, so to speak, other puppeteers. I mean, I feel like the majority of the time, America first interest, like our interests are fucking last. Like it just doesn't matter. We're gonna grow up in a country that we don't even fucking know, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild, man. These people
For 6 months.
are gearing up for a war against Tucker, and what I would think is Tucker is like a moderate-leaning liberal, and they're gearing up for war against Tucker, which is weird, bro. It's weird. All right, then you got Eye Patch McCain. He's coming out. He's got something to fucking say. So let's listen to Eye Patch McCain.
He was specifically referring there to a widely watched interview Tucker Carlson did with far-right commentator and Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes. Do you share Senator Cruz's concern about your party?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Cruz put it pretty well. I've had a long-standing feud with Tucker Carlson. I'm glad everyone else is. It's also waking up now to how bad of a person he is. He's changed a lot.
Basically, Crenshaw was caught on a hot mic saying that if he ever saw Tucker Carlson again, he'd try to kill him. I mean, it was literally on a hot mic. You can go and look at find the video. So mad at Tucker Carlson for calling him out for taking fucking foreign money, because Tucker Carlson did a big thing when he was working at Fox News, called him out for taking foreign money. And I can't remember what it was for or whatever, but he was being interviewed one day. Well, the microphone was still turned on after the interview. And the guy that was interviewing him asked him about Tucker Carlson. And he's like, yeah, basically, if I ever seen him again, I'd try to kill him. It's like, damn, bro. Damn, bro.
Over the last 20 years, hard to say why, but it doesn't really matter why. I mean, you have a guy like Fuentes on your show. You're uplifting what is a guy who has really fallen off the radar. He used to send his followers to my events and try to ask me a bunch of questions about the Jews and Israel support and all that, and try to disrupt events. And they would try to infiltrate the MAGA movement. They were really on a downhill slide. And for Tucker to have him on, Senator Cruz is exactly right. And this idea that we have to, that it's cancel culture if we keep Tucker out of our circles from now on is just nonsense. I literally wrote a book on cancel culture, so I've thought deeply about this. Cancel culture means you're canceling someone for what is basically a mainstream belief, or maybe a small honest mistake they made. That would be maybe considered cancel culture. It's not cancel culture when you say, look, I want to disassociate myself from you because your beliefs are crazy and you're psychopathic and you are falling apart in front of everyone. The disassociation is not canceling anyone, and I know some have suggested it is. So
disassociation isn't canceling anyone. It's just, basically what they're saying is they're going to make it to where eventually, I think this is where they're going with Tucker Carlson, and it's going to happen fast, okay? And I would say it's going to happen within the next 3 or 4 months. Is Tucker Carlson's going to be cut out of the equation entirely. There's going to be no more Turning Point events. There's going to be no more interviews with Megyn Kelly, which he just did one, I think, today. Okay, there's going to be no more visiting the president. There's going to be no more access, all right, to Washington, D.C., like as such as, getting backstage access with some of these politicians and shit. Like interviews like he did with Ted Cruz. You're never going to see that again. Like they're basically what they're going to do. They're not going to come out and say, hey, we're canceling him. They're basically going to just fucking cut him out of the equation and tell people, basically everybody in the conservative party, that Tucker Carlson is blacklisted and to not fucking work with him. And they pretty much did that with Nick Fuentes. He was blacklisted. He was put on the no-fly list. They seized his bank accounts. I mean, come on now. All right? There's literally people, like there's literally ISIS leaders still on Twitter right now. All right? And they can pretty much say whatever the fuck they want. But Nick Fuentes, it took him forever to even be able to come back to Twitter, which is crazy. Like, I treat him like he is Adolf Hitler. And it's just... And most of them have never sat down and watched a 2-hour show of Nick Fuentes. All right? And look, dude. Like, I'm not saying he's never said anything I disagreed with, because he has. He went on a fucking rant about how gay it was to work out. Okay? I obviously didn't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to, like, every time he pops up on somebody's show to treat him like the fucking boogeyman, or like he's Adolf Hitler reincarnated, it's crazy, bro. Like, come on now. It's just wild.
I think moral clarity is a lot more important in this case.
Congressman Crenshaw, we have to leave it there. He was...
Good, because Crenshaw's a fucking idiot. Crenshaw's an idiot. And then let's listen to Lindsey Graham, the great Lindsey Graham. I've never seen so many people come out and fucking basically beg for Israel to fucking love them. It's wild, dude. It's wild. Yeah, Lindsey Graham, he's another one. Don't worry, we only got a couple more of these guys to listen to, and then we'll get to the real fucking shit.
He recognized Jerusalem as capital of Israel.
Hold on, this is Lindsey Graham. I don't know what he says here. Hold on, let me make sure he says. Alright, here we go.
He recognized Jerusalem as capital of Israel. Why? Because if you got a problem with that, take it up with God. He's the guy that did it, not Trump. So I just want to say, I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation. We're killing all the right people and we're cutting your taxes. Trump is my favorite president. We've run out of bombs. We didn't run out of bombs in World War II.
And this is the neocons. I can't fuck with this guy. This dude is gonna one day get us into some shit that we can't get out of. Alright, up there celebrating. Now, I personally don't give a fuck about Palestine, Gaza, fucking Iran. I don't care about any of those people. Syria, I don't care. Okay? But I don't think it's a good idea to go over there and just level the fucking place and then gloat and celebrate. Probably not a good idea. Alright? It's going to be off-putting. And to basically brag that we've bombed so many people that we've ran out of bombs is just a wild statement. It's a wild statement. We're bombing all the right people. To who? In your guys' eyes? I don't know. Are we bombing the right people? Is America getting back on track? I don't know. Doesn't fucking seem like it to me.
So, as a coalition of Republicans, some Baptist, some Jewish, we organize ourselves around principles that we love and we cherish. We love individual freedom. We love entrepreneurship. We love capitalism. We love Israel.
Speak for yourself, fucking loser. I don't love Israel. Okay, I love this fucking country. Like I said, from the time that I came on the scene and I started doing fucking country rap reactions, okay? Talking trash about Upchurch. Every once in a while, I'd sneak it in and I'd say, I am America first. I put no foreign country before this fucking country. And I still mean that today. I am America first. I want this country taken care of first. Period. I don't love Israel. Okay? I don't love any other country. And if all these fucking loser Republican politicians love Israel so much, go fucking live there. Get your shit, get your family, and go live in that fucking country. Bye. I can't stand this motherfucker. And you know what? The funny thing is people say, well, when people get pissed off at Lindsey Graham, they're like, we got to get him out of there, man. And all of a sudden, Trump fucking endorses him every time. Every time he runs for re-election, Trump endorses him. Whether people want to believe it or not, Trump is no longer an outsider going against the system. Trump is officially a fucking politician. Period. End of story. And I like Trump, but the shit's not looking good. Okay? And everybody wants to know why we lost those elections the other night to the fucking Democrats. First off, they were in Democrat-run areas, okay? New Jersey, New York, Virginia, all Democrat areas. All right? Democrat areas. And then Republicans don't push their fucking candidates. They've been so focused on sucking off Israel, and they haven't pushed their own candidates. They're not putting money behind these people to try to push them over the finish line. I heard nobody say anything about these candidates. Nobody. I follow a shit ton of people from all over the side of the right on Twitter. Very few said anything about these candidates that were running in New Jersey, New York, and Virginia. It's because Republicans only show up when it's the general election. They don't show up for midterms. They don't show up on the election off years. They just don't. And that's why we lose. And if we don't get our shit together, all right, we don't figure out what is wrong with this party, which I can tell you what's wrong with this party, if you want to know. I believe that what is wrong with this party is that Trump has forgot his base. And he forgot all the people that got him to the position he was in 2016 and then turned around and did it in 24. And he is not listening to his base. He's listening to Israel. He's trying to please all these special interests and donors. And he's not paying attention to the American people. I don't give a fuck about 200,000 legal Chinese immigrants coming over here. Okay? I don't give a fuck about Israel. I want my gas bill lowered. I want my electric bill lowered. Okay? I want my border closed. I want 10 million illegal immigrants shipped back over the fucking border. Okay? I don't want to keep the good people. Okay? If you're here illegally, you broke the fucking law. Time to go home. Oh, that hurts your feelings? I don't give a shit. If you are here illegally, you gotta go. Alright. I'm just getting started, boys.
We love the idea of Israel. We love the struggle they've been involved in. We love them, helping them because you're helping yourself. So to those who worry about these stupid interviews and far off places, don't worry. The Republican Party has figured it out when it comes to Israel. We understand that Israel is a friend of America to the bitter end. We understand that God blesses those who bless Israel. And where I come from, I figured that crap out when I was 6 years old. God bless you. Thank you very much.
I want to run that back real quick.
I figured that crap out when I was 6 years old. God bless you. Thank you.
Oh, hold on. A little bit back farther.
Who bless Israel. And where I come from, America to the bitter end. We understand that God blesses those who bless Israel. And
that is not in the Bible. God blesses those who bless Israel. That's not true. Okay, first of all. I don't want to get into it because I don't know all the details. But the people that are in Israel right now are not the same Jews that were there in Christ's day, when Christ was alive. It's not the same people. But anyway. Alright, so let's go. On to the next one. We need to go and the next person is probably everybody's favorite person. And the fucked up thing is I actually used to watch this guy, and I like this guy. And I'm going to tell you this right now. 6 months ago, this dude never, I would say this, 6 to 9 months ago, this guy never mentioned Israel. You go back and you watch his videos, he never talked about Israel. He always talked about the left and all this shit. And now it's like everything is about Israel. Everything is about hating Nick Fuentes. Everything is about owning the so-called woke right, whatever the fuck that is. Alright? So this is none other than Officer Tolman. Officer Tatum. Here we go.
I see somebody with a sign that said Tucker is not MAGA. I guess I got to put his name out there. That's not MAGA. When you're on your platform and people are acting as if Sharia law is better than what we have here in America and the laws that are given to us by God through faith, you're a silly person. If you are out here and you don't know whether or not Hamas is a terrorist organization or a political organization, you are a foolish person. And since I'm already name dropping, everybody saw that interview. You have a guy say that he supports Stalin and that he was a big fan of Stalin on your show. You can have him on the show, but doggone it, you better push back on people like that. There's no way you can say that you're a Christian. There's no way you can say you believe in God and you support a person like Joseph Stalin, who did not believe in God, who killed so many people. Enough is enough. We're not putting up with it anymore.
There was another clip out there. That was a more mild clip of him, but dude, every fucking day, you get the point, okay? They had a big Republican Jewish coalition, and the main topic was about Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson. I mean, it's just that simple. They were pissed, okay? And all the big donors and all the fucking, all the big donors for the Heritage Foundation decided to, start raising a bunch of hell. They pushed back against the Heritage Foundation. All these people came out and started speaking out about it. It was wild. It was wild. They put a lot of pressure on this guy. And then all of a sudden he cracks. So the Heritage Foundation had to issue an apology. So give me 1 second. I gotta find the video. I know I saved it somewhere. Oh, maybe I didn't save their apology. I can find their apology, though. That's no big deal. While I'm finding the apology, just listen to this video. This is a video of Ben Shapiro telling you exactly who he is and who he supports. And it's crazy.
Wonder if
So Ben Shapiro is another one, by the way, is Israel First guy.
wonder if one day you'll have to flee the United States?
I mean, I think that every Jew throughout world history who has a brain and knows history has always wondered if a country that is not a Jewish state is going to eternally provide them security guarantees and full citizenship, of course. I mean, that's I think to think that that's why the existence of the state of Israel is the single greatest guarantor of my loyalty to the United States, frankly. Right? Because Israel exists, that means the United States is going to be a more welcoming place for me, because Israel is there as a backstop in case anything should go wrong.
The so-called browning of America, which is something I've said I don't care about, because I don't care about that. I care about how people vote. I care about how people assimilate. I care about how people reflect American values in the Declaration of Independence and Constitution. I've said this stuff very openly, very clearly, many, many, many times. But the idea here is that if you care about any of those things, then you are part of the Great Replacement Theory.
Let's talk about the first question. Okay, when I say I don't care about the browning of America, what I mean is I don't care about ethnicity. It doesn't make any difference to me. Point of view where we don't believe in the divinity of Christ. I think that there you can make an argument that.
I mean, I do want to address that, the browning of America. And I'm going to put it like this. Okay, if you take a bunch of different people from a bunch of different countries and you put them in one fucking country, okay, there's going to be cultural issues. And there's no, like, laws on the books where these people coming over from these foreign countries have to assimilate to us. Learn our language. Learn our culture. Do the things we want them to do. Okay? Believe how we believe. The majority of the people that are coming from these other countries are not Christian people. Okay? This country was founded on Christian values. Okay? It was mainly made up of majority white Christian people. Alright? White people have been the majority for fucking pretty much the whole time this country's existed. Alright? Now we're starting to lose that. Alright? Because they want to import, Joe Biden imported 10 million illegal, well, they're saying 10 million. I'm thinking it's more like 20 million. That would be my guess on how many illegal immigrants he brought over here. You start messing with people's culture and society that much, and the economy, by bringing in all these illegal immigrants. I'm telling you, dude, you're asking for a whole new type of problems, okay? And we're already having, certain cities being taken over. Dearborn, Michigan is basically Muslim now. New York City just elected its first Muslim mayor. It's slowly happening right in front of your eyes. And why do you want me to drop the link? I'm not dropping the link with you, Honcho. What do you want from me? Like, you've had I know one thing, you've had an opinion all night. You don't like Nick Fuentes, you like Mark Levin. I don't think we're going to agree on anything. Okay? So I don't know why you want me to drop the link. You're not budging on your issue, I'm not budging on mine. Okay? You obviously like Israel. You want to support Israel. Alright? I thought we were bros. We are bros. But we disagree on this, and I'm not backing down from it. And it's not up for debate. I didn't decide I'm gonna jump on here and have a debate show. That's not how that works. It works. Look, I'm gonna explain it to you like this, bro. I'm putting out, this whole show is me putting out what I want to put out. You disagree with me? Put out a podcast. That's how I feel about it. I mean, it is what it is. Now, if I come up and I said, okay, we're going to talk about Nick Fuentes and I'm going to make it an open panel, we could talk about it. But I don't think this is up for discussion. If you're too blind to see Israel's influence in our own fucking government, I can't help you. I can't help you if you can't see Israel running both sides of our fucking government and in the back pockets of our politicians. That's just how I feel about it. Like I said, I didn't do this show to, debate tonight. We can set something up if you want to come up for an open panel, but I'm not doing it tonight. I have a very... See, this is the thing. Every time You say stuff in the chat, and every time I see it, I acknowledge it and I stop what the fuck I'm doing. And I get distracted. Alright? I'm presenting what I want to present tonight. Now, if you want to come up a different night and we can debate on it, we can do that. But every time you drop a comment and I read it, then that's why I'm just going to turn the comments off. Not turn them off, I'm just going to ignore them. Because I don't want to have to stop every 5 minutes to address something. And I think I have an idea of what you believe in some situations. Yeah, I'm going to have people up when I want people up. So, anyway. We'll go back to watching how much Ben Shapiro loves fucking Israel.
Called browning of America, which is something I've said I don't care about, because I don't care about that. I care about how people vote. I care about how people assimilate. I care about how people reflect American values in the Declaration of Independence and Constitution. I've said this stuff very openly, very clearly, many, many, many times. But the idea here is that if you care about any of those things, then you are part of the Great Replacement theory.
Let's talk about the first question. Okay, when I say I don't care about the browning of America, what I mean is I don't care about ethnicity. It doesn't make any difference to me. Point of view, where we don't believe in the divinity of Christ. I think that there you can make an argument that the Gospels, which were written...
He was just a prophet.
No. We don't even believe he was a prophet.
What do you think he was? What do you guys think he was?
What do I think he was historically? I think he was a Jew who tried to lead a revolt against the Romans and got killed for his trouble. Just like a lot of other Jews at that time who were crucified for trying to lead revolts against the Roman and got killed for their trouble.
So he became legend and story.
And see, that's the thing. Most Jews feel that way. Okay? Most don't even believe that they don't believe in Jesus Christ. They believe that he was just some dude that got, crucified. He wasn't a prophet. He wasn't the Son of God. He wasn't crucified for our sins. They believe a completely different set of religious ideas. And these are the people that want to have such an influence on our government.
I think he was a Jew who tried to lead a revolt against the Romans and got killed for his trouble. Just like a lot of other Jews at that time who were crucified for trying to lead revolts against the Roman and got killed for their trouble.
So he became legend and story, and it became a bigger and bigger deal as time went on.
Yeah, he had a group of followers, and then that gradually grew, and then...
Do you think he was resurrected?
No, that's not a Jewish belief.
Okay, just want to check.
Yeah, no, we're not into...
You know,
we're not into miracle stories. No, that's
no?
No.
You don't have any miracles?
No, not by Jesus. That's why the existence of the State of Israel is the single greatest guarantor of my loyalty to the United States, frankly. Right? Because Israel exists, that means the United States is going to be a more welcoming place for me, because Israel is there as a backstop in case anything should go wrong.
So if you go back to that tweet and what he said in that tweet. So the tweet from Ben Shapiro, which happened back in, what is that? Was this? This is 2011? Okay, so this was a while ago. But this is what he said. I would gladly waive the born in USA requirement for presidency for Bibi Netanyahu. That's a Jewish prime minister. So. And Ben Shapiro hated Trump. If you go back to his tweets back in 2015, he did not support Trump running for president. So these are the type of people that Trump has around him now. There's a bunch of people that don't even fucking like him. Which lets me know that he's probably... he's got to do what the donors want him to do. Oh, I forgot about this idiot. Ah, there's the letter. Okay, I see the letter now. I didn't see the apology, though. I gotta find the apology. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find the apology. I'm gonna bring you back up full screen, try to find the apology. So, I'm going to bookmark this. Add it to the folder. Now I'm going to go back because there was one idiot I missed. And this is a long ass video. I don't know if I'll watch the whole thing. But this is a guy. His name's Randy Fine. He's a congressman, a Republican congressman. I went back and I did a little bit of research on him before I did this podcast tonight. And he's had several tweets like literally celebrating the death of children in Gaza. Okay, now whether you believe Israel's justified for what they did in Gaza, whatever. But under no circumstances, in my opinion, should you celebrate the death of women and children. Okay, it's fucking disgusting. And this dude is the biggest fucking Jew glazer I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's despicable. It's disgusting.
Well, thank you, everybody. 1 year ago, I was here at RJC as a member of the Florida House of Representatives. I never in my wildest imagination would have thought 1 year later I would be America's newest Jewish Republican congressman. But God has a plan for us all.
Now, they want to come out. Now, Republicans will come out, and I think Vivek Ramaswamy just said this the other day. Like, the Republicans shouldn't play identity politics. It doesn't work for us. But you can have countless people come up and say, well, I'm a Jewish Republican. I'm a Jewish congressman. I'm a Jewish senator. And if white people come up and say, well, I'm fucking white, and my ancestors helped build this country, I want to keep it majority white. It's like, whoa, calm the fuck down, Hitler. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can't be playing identity politics. And it's like, you know what? Fuck you, man. We see your game. We see the shit you're doing. We see the fucking bullshit you're trying to run. Like, we see it. We're on to you, motherfuckers. All right, here we go.
I grew up the victim of rampant systemic and physical anti-Semitism, where it was not safe for me to eat in the cafeteria with the other students, where a brave school principal saved my life by letting me hide in his office when I needed to. Facing violence no 12-year-old ever should have to, on the day of my bar mitzvah, I promised I would do everything that I could to make sure my children did not face what I did.
Oy vey, I'm a victim.
And for 8 years, as a member of the Florida legislature, I worked hard to deliver on that promise, to make Florida the safest place in America to be Jewish. Those of you who are from Florida know that. We were the first state to adopt the IRA definition of anti-Semitism.
Tucker is not MAGA. I mean, technically, I'm not. If this is making America great again, count me the fuck out. I'm done. I've resigned. I've retired my fucking MAGA hat. Alright? It's done. It's a done deal. I'm not wearing my fucking Trump shirts anymore. Alright? Until Trump comes back to his original base, I don't want nothing to do with him, bro. You can keep that shit. You can keep all your Jewish slop. I don't want none of it. I'm fucking done with it. Tucker is not MAGA. How much did they have to pay these fucking young kids stand up? It's like a humiliation ritual for them to hold these fucking signs. I wonder what they did to either have to hold these signs or how much money these people had to pay them to hold them signs. You can tell me that none of them would really want to fucking be there.
Semitism, to name CARE a terrorist organization, to ensure Jewish state schools had adequate security, and to make sure terrorist encampments could never take hold at Florida's universities. Every one of those was my bill. But October 7th showed me that I had not done enough. Like many of you, I made it my mission to make Donald J. Trump our next president. I saw him, and I still do, as the world's last best hope. Imagine where we would be.
For who? For who? Jewish people? Who the fuck is he the last best hope for? I thought it was America first. I mean, he was caught on fucking microphone the other day glazing the fuck out of Israel when the peace deal was getting signed. Like, I don't know, bro. You can miss me with that shit. I'm just done. And the funny thing is there's thousands upon thousands of people that are waking up to this. It's not just me, bro. Like, it's not just me out here on an island by myself. It's not just Nick out there on an island by himself. There's a lot of people that are waking up and saying, you know what? Enough's enough. Supporting Israel and being like an ally with Israel, this is way beyond that. They want power and influence in our country. A foreign country. This is like fucking China or Russia or fucking, you know, wanting to pay to have influence in our country, to have a seat at the fucking table. I'm sorry, if you sit at a table and it involves a bunch of Jews or Muslims or fucking South Africans, and it's not Americans, I mean, I don't know. What fucking country is this? I can't remember. Like, I don't understand. Where have we lost our identity? Where have we lost our fire and our passion to stand up for our country, bro? It's like we've just lost. It's like people are just willing to roll the fuck over. I don't know.
If Kamala Harris had won. I skipped my own victory party to the Florida Senate to be there to celebrate President Trump's win. I breathed a sigh of relief. I thought that my work was done. Well, man plans and God laughs. 2 weeks later, before I even had a chance to take my oath of office as a member of the Florida Senate, President Trump asked me to run for Congress to replace Mike Waltz, our new UN ambassador. It was not my plan. It certainly wasn't my family's. But God puts us where he wants us to be. 7 months ago, on this exact day, I got elected to Congress. And I see so many friends in the audience who made that happen. Barbara Feingold was there the night I spoke to the president. My mom died 5 days before President Trump asked me to run. She's my honorary Jewish grandmother. My honorary Jewish mother. She'll be mad at me now. Matt Brooks and Norm Coleman and Matt Bogdanoff made an exception to the RJC's primary endorsement policy to endorse me the day I announced. Now, when you're on the home team, you ought to get that exception. Mark Levin featured me on his show. I ran against a guy, it was crazy.
Featured him on his show. Just a couple of gay Jews.
Who marketed himself literally, marketed himself as a Muslim bisexual, because those go together, drug addict. I swear. Yet he raised $15 million in small dollar donations from a country whose first name starts with Q in order to run against me. But all of you helped me get there. And for the last 7 months, I've tried to make you proud. I'm the first member of Congress in American history to wear a kippah. And I'm going to tell you why. I am not Orthodox. But when I got to Congress, they put me on the Education Committee. And on May the 6th, we had our first hearing to deal with anti-Semitism.
Okay, I do remember this. All right, I'm going to fast forward to 8 minutes. I sat through this whole 12 minutes. I'm not putting you through all that. This dude's a fucking, like, I don't know. The story was fucking stupid. I'm like, dude, I can't believe I wasted 12 minutes of my life on this. But anyway, let's get to the part I want everybody to hear.
He has chosen to take on the mantle of leader of a modern day Hitler Youth, to broadcast and feature those who celebrate the.
Hold on, let me run back a little bit. It was like 7:30 or something.
We must call evil by its name. 5 years ago, if I was talking to my father, who's watching, hi Dad, if I was talking to my father at 8:59 p.m. at night, he would say, Randy, I gotta go. Tucker Carlson's gonna be on. But make no mistake, today, Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in America. He has chosen...
Now, whether you agree with me or not about all my views on Israel, okay? Whether you agree with all of my foreign policy opinions, okay? I encourage you to go watch the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes interview and then tell me if you think that Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in the United States. Literally, spend the whole 2 hours listening to that interview and tell me that Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite. You won't be able to do that. This dude is over-embellishing, over-dramatizing. He's gotten his orders from up above on what the narrative should be during this fucking conference. Make Tucker Carlson public enemy number one. Make him 1B. Nick Fuentes is 1A.
He has chosen to take on the mantle of leader of a modern-day Hitler Youth, to broadcast and feature those who celebrate the Nazis, those who call for the extermination of Israel, to defend Hamas, to even criticize President Trump for stopping Iran's nuclear ambitions. Friends, make no mistake, Tucker is not MAGA. Tucker's fall from grace has been one of the most extraordinary implosions in political history. And the rapidity of it has created real challenges for us all. Because our friends don't have our shared experience. I even deal with this with my colleagues in the House. See, they remember the Tucker of 5 years ago. They don't live with anti-Semitism every day. They don't think about it the way that we do.
What's the difference between what this guy is saying and what black people are saying on the left? I mean, you don't live with being a victim every day. I mean, it's the same thing. Black people say that they're victims all the time. Like, they literally say that. Like, we're the victim of the white man. The white man did this. The white man did that. This dude's just taking the same fucking playbook and talking about anti-Semitism. And then they tell us, like, we shouldn't be playing identity politics. Oh, we should play identity politics when it comes to Jewish people and black people. But when it comes to white people, we shouldn't play identity politics. It's not a smart move. It's not the right thing to do. Somebody might label you a white nationalist. What the fuck are we doing here? Why can everybody else care about their race but a white person? It makes no fucking sense. Alright? I'm going to just start getting up here every Tuesday and Thursday and just crying about how much of a fucking victim I am for 2 hours each episode. And I'm just going to, instead of taking all the places where he says anti-Semitic, I'm going to call it Caucasian hate. The Caucasian hate. I use all the same words and I just replace it with Caucasian hate. And the thing is it's just fucking crazy, bro. Like, we're doing the same damn thing. And it's like, I don't know. I can't watch no more of this fucking guy. I'm done with this guy. I can't remember. He starts talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene and fucking Thomas Massey. Which I don't really particularly care for Thomas Massey. I don't care for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene flip-flops all the time. Thomas Massey talked about leaving people from January 6th behind bars. So, I'll pass. Matter of fact, I don't trust any fucking politician, if you haven't noticed. I used to really like Trump. I used to be fucking pro-Trump, okay? And in some ways, I still have this little sliver of fucking hope for him that he'll wake up and realize what the fuck is going on. Or realize that his base knows what's going on. And decide to reverse course. I doubt it, though. I think Trump was the last real chance that we had of making a change. And I think, literally, he's going to give you the bare minimum for the next 3 years. Okay? We're on pace to deport 400,000 illegal immigrants this year. Okay? For us to get all the illegal immigrants out of our country, and I'm pretty sure if it's just 10 million, which I think the number is a lot higher, let's just say it's 10 million, you need to average 2.5 million illegal immigrants a year. And we're coming in at 400,000. That does not sound like mass deportation to me. I don't know. I feel like if you don't hold these politicians accountable, you're never going to really see change. And for this guy to get up and call Tucker Carlson the most dangerous anti-Semite in the United States is just one of the wildest fucking accusations I've ever heard. You can't even question Israel if you're a right-wing commentator, or you will get blacklisted. And the ones that are doing it right now, the ones that are standing up like Elijah Schaffer, Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson, they're all getting fucking blacklisted. They're all losing. I know Elijah Schaffer's lost several contracts, several deals. I know Nick's lost a ton of shit. I mean, he lost fucking banking accounts, put on a no-fly list. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not watching this fucking douchebag anymore. Moving on. All right, so let's go back. I did save. So they put all this pressure on this Kevin Roberts from Heritage Foundation. Okay, so he came out and he issued an apology. Yes, he apologized for a video that wasn't that bad. So, I didn't think there was anything in the video to apologize for. But like they say, okay, pretty cliche out there, okay, Kevin Roberts got the call, okay? And we're about to find out what that call was all about.
Term venomous coalition.
Hold on.
Term venomous coalition. A terrible choice of words, especially for our Jewish colleagues and friends who understand that, given history, to be a trope used against them. And I very sincerely, very, very sincerely apologize to you in particular and to all of you for using that. It was not my intention to use a trope.
Blink twice if you're in fucking trouble, Kevin. Blink twice. Kevin, it's okay, all right? You can lose it all, buddy. You can get fired. Stand up for what you believe in. But you won't, because you're a bitch. And, I mean, you're going to get exactly what you deserve from both sides now, because you done fucking recanted your original statement. You've sided with all your Jewish donors, and now you look like a fucking idiot.
Given history to be a trope used against them. And I very sincerely, very, very sincerely apologize to you in particular and to all of you for for using that. It was not my intention to use a trope. I should have been better, so I hope you understand that. But I have to be better at being aware of those things. My closest Jewish friend in the world, Yoram Hazony, has flown to D.C.
Did he just pull out the, well, I do have a black friend card. Well, I do have at least one black friend or Jewish friend in this situation. My one Jewish friend that I have is flying to Washington, D.C. to re-educate.
Has flown to D.C. this week in part to help me with this.
Oh,
personally and professionally. He does not have to do that. And he may decide after we meet later today, you know, Roberts, you're not worth it. And I told him last night I would understand. But he said, I know heritage.
Oh my God, Kevin Roberts, you are a bitch. I'm going to try to find the whole interview. That was, or the whole little speech here.
Venomous.
I think I was only part of it. It was like only a minute. I think the whole thing is like 3 or 4 minutes. Oh yeah, here we go. I think this is it. Oh yeah, this is the full apology. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 2P1, you don't have to call me out like that. I have to pull that card out though. Shut motherfuckers up about my flag. It's also true. Yeah. What up, HBR? HBR in the chat. Welcome, HBR. If you guys don't know, I know majority of the people in my chat know that HBR was in a car accident. He would appreciate your prayers and any kind of support. If you follow HBR online or on Instagram, hit him up, drop him a message. But anyway, let's go back to the full apology by Kevin Roberts. Okay, here we go. This is what this little sissy boy had to say. Let's go.
I want to speak plainly, both as president of the Heritage Foundation and also as an American who understands the urgency of this moment. Leadership requires owning the moments where we fall short, then using them to reset, refocus, and recommit.
Ooh, those all sound like Jewish buzzwords. Yikes. Let's go back. What was that? Refocus. Or hold on. Reset, refocus, and recommit. Oh, Jesus.
Them to reset, refocus, and recommit. I talked about this today, as you may have seen, during our Heritage All-Staff.
Have a good one, Chatter Zone.
I'm so grateful for my amazing colleagues. My use of the phrase venomous coalition was a terrible choice of words. It caused justified
should have went fucking harder.
Especially among friends and allies who know how seriously Heritage has fought and continues to fight against the rise of anti-Semitism. Everyone has the responsibility to speak up against the scourge of anti-Semitism, no matter the messenger. Heritage and I will do so, even when my friend Tucker Carlson needs challenging. My Heritage colleagues know...
Needs challenging. We're just going to listen to this because I want you guys to listen to Nick's response to this.
To you, the work ahead is too important. Our conservative movement must be willing to wrestle with hard conversations, not avoid them. Last night's election results demonstrate this. The need of this moment is clear. We must articulate a bold, positive vision that convinces Americans that conservative policies will revitalize the American dream. The left isn't slowing down. If we want to win, truly win, we must grow stronger in every way. Here is what we are focused on moving forward.
HBR, it sounds like literally Ben Shapiro's like right next to him with a fucking gun to his head. You better say the words, boy. You better say the words, boy. Ooh, got you. He's like, okay, Ben, calm down, please.
Standing for strong families, because no society survives without them. advocating for the dignity of work and free enterprise, because it's how people build meaning and sustain freedom. Defending national sovereignty, because a country that doesn't protect itself isn't a country. And restoring citizenship as a sacred trust, rooted in virtue, liberty, and faith. It's not just policy, it's purpose. So to each of you working the long hours, holding the line, doing the unglamorous tasks that keep this mission moving, I see you.
And we will continue to fuck you over. Thank you, and God bless. Yeah. If you believe anything this dude just said, you're fucking... there's no hope for you. This dude is literally being controlled right now. It's right in front of your face. And look at him. He looks like he's been beat. It looks like they done beat the fucking brakes off this guy.
I'm grateful, and I want you to know we're in this together.
No,
Movements like ours are not weakened by adversity. We are sharpened by it. Let's take what we've learned. Let's recommit. And by all means, let's go win.
Now, ask yourself a question, okay? Ask yourself this question. Does that message that was just presented inspire the youth? If you're, let's just say you're following this, and you're an 18 to 25-year-old, and you're following this whole situation, and you see this guy, Kevin, come out, and at first he's in support of Tucker having a free speech conversation podcast with Nick Fuentes. And he fires back against people that are, trying to cancel Tucker. And then a couple days later, you watch this message, and at the end, he says, all right, let's keep fighting and let's go win. What do you think? What do you think the young people are out there saying right now? Like, they ain't going nowhere with you, motherfucker. They're like, nah, fam, this ain't it. Cap. 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 All right, so let's hear what Nick Fuentes had to say, which I find awfully entertaining. Hold on. I know I have it on here. All right, here we go. Let's see what Nick Fuentes had to say. All right, we finally gotten to the place that we all want to fucking be, okay? We've heard all the nonsense. We've heard all the pushback. We've heard all the bullshit. All right? Nick tells you exactly how this happened, what happened to Kevin Roberts, and why he switched. And it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's right in front of your face. I'll let you judge for yourself.
In that spirit, we offer the following recommendations. Buckle up. These are their demands.
So this is the letter that they sent this guy and what the demands that were in this letter.
In that spirit, we offer the following recommendations. Buckle up. These are their demands. Number one. Removing the video that created the firestorm. There are 100 million Christians in the United States that found Tucker's comments deeply offensive when he called Christian Zionism a heresy and a mind virus. Many of us on the task force are among those who believed you called us part of a venomous coalition and questioned our loyalty to the United States. It makes collaboration with Heritage difficult for our members. So 1, delete the video. 2.
The video's gone, by the way. I tried to look for the original video, like on their X page. Somebody screen recorded it though. So, but on their original X page, it's gone.
an apology to those Christians and Jews who are steadfast members of the conservative movement and believe that Israel has a special role to play biblically and politically. Based on years of working relationships, we know that many of your top foreign policy staff at Heritage share this view and could help you craft such a statement. The foreign policy team at Heritage will help you write it. Why? Because the people drafting the foreign policy for Heritage Foundation are all pro-Israel Jews. Isn't that a conflict of interest? That Heritage Foundation, a wide-ranging think tank, its foreign policy division is apparently controlled by pro-Israel loyalists? So when the conservative think tank writes its foreign policy for the United States, the global empire, it's controlled by pro-Israel people. They're going to help craft the apology to Jews and Christians. That's number 2. So 1, delete your video. 2, apologize. 3, condemnation of any content that Tucker Carlson has ever hosted or statements he has made without calling for his cancellation, but an acknowledgement that you and Tucker have disagreements and you disagree with and condemn his anti-Semitic content, then we will consider the matter closed. So we don't want you to cancel him. We just want you to condemn him and all of his anti-Semitic content and all the things you disagree with him on. Delete your video, apologize, condemn your friend. Number 4, it is clear there is an internal battle within the conservative movement over who is to be included. The division between no enemies to our right versus a moral conservatism demands our attention. This is the new dialectic they're creating. A conference that provides some guidance to the movement on how best to keep unity without needing to include the worst among us. So 4, they want to put on a workshop of who's a Jew-hating anti-Semite and who's a moral conservative. They want...
And you're going to see a lot more of this. Like, this is... They're wanting to do... They're calling it like a conference or like a workshop. But really, it's a re-education conference. They want to re-educate you on why Jews are your best friend and Israel is your greatest ally. And it's like a fucking cult that they want you to like believe that they're going to hammer it into you or you're going to lose everything you had. Kevin Roberts, you'll no longer be the president. We'll fucking get you out of here and we'll replace you. I mean, it's... These sound like threats, okay?
Heritage to put on a conference to tell everybody, how do you know you're dealing with a groyper that must be banished forever? And how do you know? How do you sniff out groypers? They're like the Gestapo. They want a conference instructing conservatives, this is how you can tell you're dealing with a groyper. How to keep unity without including the worst among us. Number 5, you pointed out repeatedly that we face a challenge in reaching disenfranchised young men caught in the spell of Nick Fuentes and others. It's a spell. Everyone really desperately wants a war with Iran. I just cast a spell on you to convince you everybody loves genocide, killing children, war in the Middle East. We love being humiliated ritualistically. We love our politicians kissing the wall. It's just that I'm cynically manipulating you. Look, down on his luck, young white man. He's mad because he doesn't have a job. Ha 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 ha. I'm going to convince him that war with Iran is a bad idea. If he had a job, he would never agree with this. So
He has a point, okay? They basically come out and said, Nick Fuentes has cast a spell on you. Retreat. Repent to our Jewish God. It's fucking weird, bro. It's weird.
5, he says... I'll continue. You pointed out repeatedly we face a challenge in reaching disenfranchised young men caught in the spell of Nick Fuentes. To address this issue specifically, we recommend hiring a visiting fellow, one who shares mainstream views on Israel, Jews, and Christian Zionism, who could identify strategies and tools to win Gen Z and beyond.
A visiting fellow.
So, demand number 5, they want to hire a Generation Z whisperer. How do we get Generation Z to fall in love with Israel again? Let's get Brylan Hollyhand. Number 6, and this is the best one. The task force members would like to host Shabbat dinners with the interns and junior staff of Heritage in partnership with Heritage to host conversations on Judaism and the Judeo-Christian tradition.
So they want to host like a Shabbat dinner, okay? So if you're an intern or somebody that works at the Heritage Foundation, you're going to be forced to go to this Shabbat dinner and listen and be lectured about anti-Semitism. So not only are they punishing Kevin Roberts for saying what he said, all right, basically saying he wasn't canceling Tucker, called him venomous group of people or whatever he called them. So they're not only just punishing Kevin Roberts. Everybody in the company's punished, bro. You got to go to this Shabbat dinner and hear about anti-Semitism. Even if you're a Christian and it's against your religion. Because everybody keeps trying to make it out to be that Judeo and Christian go together. Judeo-Christian? Nah, I'm a Christian. Hold the Judeo. I'll pass. Okay? And I don't want to have to go and explain this. I've already explained it on a few different podcasts. Every time I do, I go off on a rant for about 20 minutes. I am not a Judeo-Christian. Okay? I am a follower of Christ. I am a Christian. All right? But anyway, they always try to make it out to be like where being Jewish and being a follower of Christ is the same thing. It's not. Okay, Jews don't believe in Christ. They believe he was just some guy that got crucified. Not even a prophet. So. Yeah. Anyway. All right, let's get back into it.
They wanna. So their 6th and final demand.
Can I be a Shabbat crasher, kind of like a wedding crasher? He's anti-Semitic. Tackle him. Oh, babe, he dropped some change. Get his nickels. Oh, he dropped some shekels.
They want to host for those that don't know, Shabbat, that's the Sabbath. That's the Jewish Sabbath where they meet for dinner on Saturday night. All the Jews meet for dinner on Saturday night to observe the Sabbath. So they're saying the National Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism will host a Shabbat dinner, and they're inviting all of the young staff members at Heritage to attend to lecture them about Judaism and Judeo-Christianity. Welcome to Shabbat. We'd like to talk to you about Judaism. We'd like to talk to you about Israel. So they can literally sniff out groypers. That's the point of it. They're bringing all the junior staff members there simultaneously to indoctrinate them, but also to vet them. Literally, we want to create a Jewish Sanhedrin and invite all the staff members there just to check them out. And that's their final demand. The letter closes. It says, "We appreciate your attention to this matter. If we are not able to come to an agreement soon, the relationship between Heritage and the task force will be irrevocably harmed." So in other words, if you don't agree to all these things, we're cutting you out and then you're done. Heritage will lose all its donors. Its board members will resign. There will be a mutiny. Kevin Roberts will be fired and someone else will replace him, and they will agree to all these demands.
Exactly. Exactly, that's the whole thing. Like, you're either gonna do it or we're gonna ruin you. But then people say, like, well, Jews don't have no power. They're just a small minority in our country. I have no fucking power in this country. And the whole time they're over there like, we will cancel you, motherfucker. Yeah, and then you got people that are like, oh, man, everybody wants to talk about the Jews, man. Yeah, because they're a fucking problem, just like the Muslims are a problem. And my show, if I do one tomorrow night, I got one planned, okay, for tomorrow night. For people who think I only go one side, okay? We're going to talk about the Muslims tomorrow or Saturday. I haven't figured out which day yet. All right? We're going to talk about the Muslims, just so people, oh, I'm a Jew hater. No, I don't like Muslims either. So we're going to talk about that. But anyway, let's get back to this. Nick does go on I think I might have went back too far. Anyway.
You out, and then you're done. Heritage will lose all its donors. Its board members will resign. There will be a mutiny. Kevin Roberts will be fired, and someone else will replace him, and they will agree to all these demands. Delete the video, apologize, condemn Tucker, host a conference on why Groypers suck, hire a Generation Z ambassador to identify strategies to make Zoomers love Israel, and then they want to host a Shabbat dinner to vet all the young staff members and make sure they love Jews in Israel. Those are their demands. Now,
yeah.
And that's
so those were their demands. And Kevin Roberts will make sure he meets every single one of them. Or he won't have a fucking job. So this is another video by Nick. I really want to watch it. I can't remember which one I want to watch though. I have two more Nick Fuentes videos. So this was from the 31st. Okay, so this was like, okay, that's not the one I want to watch. So this one was from 2 days ago. Okay. So this is Nick Fuentes firing back at Mark Levin, which I found this to be super inspiring. And just overall fucking great. So let's go.
I'm furious. I'm absolutely beside myself and furious. The way Mark Levin talks about this country, he should be deported. Not
True.
Because you're Jewish, not because you're fat, not because you're gay, not because you're a pussy. Mark Levin should be deported because of the way he talks about this country. Where does he get off? The way he says, it's only off the table if we say so. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yes, sir.
You whiny, grating, odious, disgusting, fat piece of shit traitor. Where do you get off? Damn you. And I apologize for that. As a Christian, we shouldn't curse people, but seriously, damn you. How dare you say that? This is the United States of America. He says, little Adolf, who were his ancestors? You know who my ancestors were? Joe Cairo, okay? When my ancestors got here, they kissed the ground when they got off the fucking boat. And they served in the military, and they built this city. They built Chicago. And they love this country. They always have. They're all patriots. They love our country's God, Jesus Christ. They love this country. Who the fuck are you? And why are you here? You love Israel so much. It's not purely about Israel or the Jews. Why are you still here, fatso? Why are you and Randy Fine still here? Need more money, you fucking pissant? Need more money? Need more Americans to bleed for your wars? Need more money to go...
Honcho, he's 25. He's a quarter Mexican. Okay, he does have white ancestors. All right, you just don't like Nick, bro, and it's evident. You've been doing nothing but posting these type of comments about Nick all night. wanting me to engage with you. And if you don't like Nick, you're probably not going to like my channel. All right? Because we're going to talk a lot more about Nick. He's already addressed this several times. Okay? 25%. He's a quarter Mexican. He doesn't hide it. Okay? That means he's 75% white. I mean, I don't know. I don't see any other fucking full white people going as hard as Nick defending the white population. You got most white people are too fucking cucked to even say anything. To even stand up for their own fucking race. And most of the time, if we do stand up for our own race, we get fucking canceled. Wind up getting fired from our jobs. Because we're a white supremacist or a white nationalist. Which is just fucking crazy, bro. I'm good. I'm not soft. I never said you were soft. You just want to argue, bro. And I'm not arguing with you. I keep acknowledging you every once in a while, but I've ignored the majority of your shit. You can be mad at Nick all you want. I don't care. I'm going to keep playing Nick's videos over here because I think Nick's right.
Kill children? More bullets to shoot innocent people in the back of the head, you fucking coward? And then they try to gaslight us into thinking we're evil. We're not evil. There's a difference. We're self-righteous. This is not anger. This is not evil. This is righteous indignation. This is moral clarity. This is the courage of our convictions. This is righteous indignation of a righteous people. These are the just and reasonable demands of a righteous people. We want our independence. We want our sovereignty. We want a nation under God, the one that we were promised. And we're done being bossed around and abused and insulted and humiliated by these sick people that hate us. Sick people that say we're going to kill 2 million people in Gaza. These sick, arrogant people that have contempt and disdain for the people that they want to exploit for their own interests. That's wrong. That attitude, those ideas, that mindset is wrong. You're wrong for having it, and you should have no influence and no power over us. So anyway, it's sick. And honestly, I'm just like, whenever I think about it, it really brings the worst out of me because it's so fucked up. The deception, everything about it, the like layers of deceit and lies. They say, you're the Nazi. They say, you're a Nazi. Then they turn around and say, kill 2 million people. Okay, so what does Nazi mean to you exactly? Okay? Why they say you're a Nazi? What is that supposed to mean? Well, Hitler killed 6 million Jews. He tried to exterminate a whole group of people. That's why they say you're a Nazi, to identify you with the Holocaust. What are you doing in Gaza exactly? What does that term mean? You say we're Nazis. You're a Nazi. You go and turn around then and say kill all 2 million people in Gaza. What are you talking about? They say, you're a white supremacist.
Hey, talk about hypocrisy. How many people has Nick Fuentes killed? I don't know. That's a lot of hypocrisy there.
Really? Then you turn around and say our blood and soil nation of Israel needs to expand in all directions? You're a racial supremacist. They say, you're a sexist. You're in favor of rape. What do you think is going on? What do you think is going on in Gaza? They're raping people in the prisons. What are you talking about? They're killing the women and the children. Give me a break already with that. So the level of deception, like we're just getting the worst. It's like a dragon. You get the sense that you're fighting a dragon. You deal with these people like Levin and Loomer, and you get a demonic energy from them. And I'm not dog whistling. When I say these people, I'm not talking about every single Jew in America. I'm not saying that. I'm saying these people, this Israel First lobby, organized Jewry that is pushing this aggressive line against Americans, the contempt, the bullying, the hostility, the aggression, the intimidation. You get a demonic energy from them. The deception, the delusions, the hysteria. It's sick, and it runs the show here, and it's got to come to an end now. Enough is enough. That's what I have to say. Enough is enough. I'm not the champion you wanted. Maybe I'm not the ideal champion, but I'm the one you got. And everybody else too, you know, Tucker, Candace, Marjorie. I've had my differences with them. We're not perfect. Candace isn't perfect. Marjorie isn't perfect. We fought before. We're the ones you got. We're the ones talking about it. We're the ones with moral clarity to put this in front of us. And, you know, you don't have to like all of it, but we need to be aligned on one thing. We are with America. We are with Christ. They're not. We're with this country first, foremost, only, forever. We're with Jesus Christ on the cross eternally. They're not. True. They're with Israel. They hate Jesus. That's the difference. Those are the basics. Anyway.
All right, so there you have it. That's how Nick felt about it.
I'm furious.
I mean, he's pretty straightforward with it. Yeah, just in conclusion, I think Nick is right. If you just jump on X and you just scroll through your algorithm or scroll through your feed, you'll see what he's talking about. I mean, it wasn't like during the interview with Tucker Carlson that he called any, like, it wasn't like he was like dogpiling on anybody or like basically it was like a history lesson for his life and what he's been through, and then they started talking about other stuff, and it's like they were so fucking offended with him just sitting down and having a conversation with Tucker Carlson that they just had to come out and basically try to cancel Tucker and then turn around and try to cancel Nick, which Nick's already fucking canceled. I mean, the only place I think their next move, and this is just my honest opinion, and I'll lose all respect for the platform if they do it, I think the next move is for them to kick him off of Rumble. I think it's eventually going to happen. Which they would be dumb, because I'll say this on Rumble last night, I'll look up the Rumble numbers for Nick Fuentes. Okay, this dude, I'll tell you this, he's doing some insane numbers on these social media platforms, whether you like him or not. The show last night that he did, he had 774,000 views. So, Honcho, you're getting on my fucking nerves today. I want to explain this to you, okay? 2 years ago, Nick Fuentes was blacklisted. The only way you could watch him was on Cozy TV. Okay? It was the only way you could watch him was on Cozy TV. You couldn't watch him on Rumble. You couldn't watch him on YouTube. He didn't have a fucking Twitter account. He didn't have a YouTube account. He didn't have a Facebook. He didn't have an Instagram. Okay? And slowly but surely, he's gotten all that stuff back. Not all of it. He still doesn't have an Instagram account. Still doesn't have a Facebook account, which I don't think he'd want one anyway. Still doesn't have a YouTube account. He was allowed, I think X came first. He came back to X, and then eventually he was allowed to have a Rumble account. They gave him a Rumble account. And you want to argue about it, but I'm letting you know, the most viral blacklist. You act like this shit just happened like all of a sudden or something. Now, this is years of him not having this shit. This is years of him being fucking debanked, put on a no-fly list, fucking harassed countlessly, or harassed by the FBI for January 6th. blacklisted from being able to work in any kind of conservative media. So, yeah, that does explain it. Pretty much explains it. You don't like Nick Fuentes, and that's what it comes down to. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll realize you don't like Nick Fuentes and you just want to argue with me. Well, I'm not going to argue with you. If I have a plan when I come up here to do a podcast, I just do it. I'm done now. Now I will address your comments. But if you want to argue with me about Nick, you might as well just save your breath. Because I already know, I've been following Nick for 2 years, probably maybe even longer than that. I would say off and on for about 7 years. But 2 years I've been watching his show pretty regularly. I pretty much know everything you're going to say before you say it. And I don't give a shit. I don't care what kind of shit that he's done or said or blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about right now. He is literally one of the very few people telling the truth. There's only a few of them. There's a handful of them. Honcho, I'm sure you have hypocrisy as well, correct? And we're all a little hypocrites sometimes. Sometimes we say shit and we don't mean to fucking say it, or we say something and then have to backtrack on it, or we say shit that we don't really mean. And I seen where you said that he doesn't believe in race mixing. That is true. That is true. He doesn't believe in that. That's his belief. That's his belief. But my thing is, if somebody believes like that, if somebody believes that you shouldn't race mix, okay? First off, how is that any of your business? Like, what does it fucking matter to you? It's his life. It's his God-given right to feel that way. If he wants to feel that way, he can feel that way. Yeah, he's race mixed. Not by choice. Okay? He understands that. Alright? He said when he gets married, he wants to marry a white woman. Alright? That's his belief. I'm not saying he's 100% right on everything, but it's not like he chose to be race mixed. It's just his stance and his beliefs. I try not to focus on that type of shit, because that's between him and whatever he wants to do. Is he telling the truth about foreign policy? Is he telling truth about the corrupt politicians? Is he telling the truth about Israel basically controlling our entire fucking government? Okay? Is he telling the truth about that stuff? His character flaws, his downfalls, I'm not his personal fucking therapist, okay? I'm not here to dissect Nick Fuentes and look into the mind and psychology of what makes Nick Fuentes. I don't fucking care. I don't care. But everybody is race mixed. So, well, then why are you worried about it then? Like, that's his belief, though. Like, so you're saying because Nick Fuentes believes that you shouldn't race mix, that I shouldn't believe anything that comes out of Nick Fuentes' mouth. That I should completely condemn him and never listen to Nick Fuentes again. You're making, in my opinion, feminine judgments. You're acting feminine right now. If you can't look past a man's character flaws and see where he's telling the truth, then why the fuck are you listening to me? Dude, I have character flaws. Alright? I've been divorced. Do you think I believe in some shit that you don't believe in? Do you think I'm ever a hypocrite? You're looking at all his character flaws. You're not looking to see where he's telling the truth. Like I've stated several times, I don't believe everything that Nick says. In this situation, I do. Because it's evident. I see it right in front of my face. So, I mean, it is what it is, brother. Okay, I get what you're saying. Have you a couple more beers and go to fucking bed. Alright? Have you a couple more beers, go night-night. You ever went night-night? Alright? Because I'm still going to be here. And I'm still going to be talking about Nick Fuentes. Maybe not tomorrow night or the night after, because I'm going to talk about Muslims and shit. But I'm still going to talk about Nick. I like Nick. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to get off here now and watch the rest of his show. But yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and drop off. I'm done for tonight. That was 2 hours. Alright, I'm sweating my ass off up here in my little tiny office. I don't know why. But I'm sweating my ass off. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. That was fucking episode 5. Can you believe it? We're 5 episodes deep in the new podcast. It's been a wild ride so far. Like I said, I'll announce at some point, probably tomorrow morning, what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go live tomorrow night, is what I'm thinking. And talk about the potential Muslim takeover in the United States. We're going to talk a little bit about that. I have some videos saved, some stuff I want to talk about. But I think if I do go live Saturday, it'll be like a music live stream. I'm fucking way overdue for one of those. Way overdue. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Hopefully you guys had a good, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night. Thanks for coming by, watching the podcast. Please remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. You know, the podcast is new. We're trying to get it going. I think we will be successful. Just keep consistent. And I think it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. It'll be huge. All right, I'm out. I appreciate you guys. God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless the United States of America. I'm out.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flag.